Hi everyone! I thought we would come together to do a crackle effect. I've been working a lot with purple and orange, so I was going to do purple and orange, but then I saw this peach from Let's Resin over there, and I thought, let's try to use that. I am trying out a new resin. I don't know how to say it. Shabebe? Shabebe? I don't know. But it was on sale, and I thought, let's try it. I thought it would be a little bit thicker. It's not. It's a 1-to-1. I'd still classify it as a low viscosity. It's a little thicker than some of my resins, but not by much. I've been letting it warm up. I'm in a bit of a hurry, so I don't have a lot of time. So it's about 29 degrees Fahrenheit, 84 degrees, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Celsius. I've mixed up about, let's see, 8 ounces. So I'm going to divide it in these cups, but I'm going to put, this cup is going to have 2 cups worth, right? Because I need extra. I might have put too much in that one. Let's see. Let's see how much room I have in these rest of these cups. Oh, this might work. This might work. Now, I am doing a crackle. I'm expecting a smaller scale effect with what I'm doing here, just because I haven't used this resin before, and it is a thinner viscosity. I didn't let it warm up to like 34, so it's still fairly thin. I have just a tiny bit more in this cup, so I'm going to switch. I want to make sure I have enough in my transparent cups to be pushing the resin around. I have in my first cup Octopus Fluids, Resin Ink Aster. And I am going to do 4 drops. I'm opening it to the side so I don't get the crusties in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how that works out. I want some color, not a ton. Give it a good mix. And you can see it's still fairly thin. So I'm thinking about this while I'm doing this. I'm struggling to find medium viscosity resins. Like I want Artline Honey, but they don't ship to the United States. They do have something on their website saying that they will soon. When I need a medium viscosity, I go to like a tabletop or a fast cure resin, and that usually gets me a little bit thicker viscosity. All right, so I'm going to pour about half of this cup in this mold before I start mixing, to sort of let it spread on its own before I have to shove it around a bit. My next thing I'm using is Eye Candy Rainbow Violet. It's a beautiful purple. I love the Eye Candy pigments. If you like to use them, I do have a discount code. They're not on sale often. Oh, but like a couple days ago, they had a super sale. So I went ahead and got a few jars of it. I can't wait till they come in. All right, can you see that? I'm using a good bit. Not a tiny bit, a good bit. It's not like you would use if you were just coloring a back. You want more, heavier. I am concerned about the weight of the resin. So I am wondering, when I worry about the weight of the resin, sometimes I'll put a little white of a paste or a pigment in just to try to give more weight. Let's see. It's a beautiful purple. I don't know if you can see. Sometimes my light's in the way. Even I can't see the colors. All right. Next, I'm using Octopus Fluids Resin Ink Sweet Cherry, and I'm only going to do 2 drops. This one does tend to color pretty well. I might have dropped some crunchies in there. I need to clean up my bottles just a little bit, maybe. All right. I use transparents that are lightweight, not opaque, to create this effect. All right, my last one. I mentioned I was using that Let's Resin color, but I also wanted to throw in just a little bit of this Ghost Violet from Eye Candy. I really wanted more color shifting color, but I really liked this peach. So I thought, how can I get that? Well, I'll add some interference powder to it. All right, now again, let me move this to hopefully you can see. I'm not using a tiny bit. I am using a lot. I do need to order some more of my color shift powders. Give it a good mix. Remember with the mica powders, if you don't mix them well, you could have powdery spots. I find with the ones that, I use the ones that won't do that. I've bought some in the past, just cheap on sale ones, and I will tell you, they're not worth it, because when you finish a product and you look at it and you got white splotches, it's just not worth it. All right, let's get the bag open. And I'm just going to take like a little tip of my spoon, a little bit more than that. You see that? Dump that in, just to give us a little more something, something. Give it a good mix in. Let's see what we got it looking like now. The violet didn't really have a huge impact, but we may see it more. Let me move my light over here. That might be more helpful to you guys. There is some in there. It's not very strong, but that's okay. All right. So now we're going to go in here and give it a little shove around. This is about a 7-inch tray mold. I might need to drop a little more in here. This effect does seem to work better when you lay down a first layer. Now you don't have to. Sometimes I just pour around the edge and it works. Let me see, I don't have very much in there. Let's give it a little bit more to help with the little shove around. And the resin's warming up a little bit more while I do this. I'm not in a huge rush, though I do have another project that's waiting in the wings. All right, let's see if we can cover up these spots just a bit. All right, it should be evening out. I do like that I've just been shoving around and there's not too many bubbles. I see some, but sometimes with the, why I don't like thicker resins is because they get bubbly. Not a huge fan of bubbles or having to work really hard to get them out. All right. So let me move this just a little closer into us. I'm just going to do about half the cup. Maybe just, I'm just guessing. So we'll see how that works. I'm going to do some of this transparent color. Still having a struggle with the light here today. I'm going to do the rest of my purple. I got a tiny bit left in here. Let's go ahead and pour it. How much do I have? I don't want too big of a center push So let's go ahead and use some of this here. And then the rest of this. And then finally our little bit in the center. It'll come back in a little, but you don't want to pour too much. So I'm just adding a little there. I did forget my purple little center thingies. One second. Walk over to the shelves. I've got a couple different options for that. All right, so we have these that are super dark. These are maybe too lavender. I like both of these as an option. Let's go with the darker ones. And what did I do with my Scoopy Scoop? You know, I misplace things all day long. Never know what I do with them. There we go. Got the Scoopy Scoop. Drop it in the center. Since we're not doing a backing, we do have to make sure it goes under. Oh, this little piece went over too far. There we go. That is looking good. Grab my torch, give it a little shot of heat. I'll keep an eye on that to make sure no bubbles come up. Now I'm going to wait 10 to 15 minutes and then I'll hit it with the torch again to try to capture any final bubbles that pop up. I don't like to hit it too much with the torch. We'll be back when it's time to unmold. All right, we're back to see how this came out. Am I gonna be a peachy, purpley color? Let's see. I almost put a peacock sticker on the back and then did another layer of resin because I only did a thin layer on here. But then I said, let's see how it comes out before I embellish it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I like this. That came out really pretty, and I even like the center. I've been really into the corals and peachy colors lately. Very pretty.